get started at 6 o'clock. I am present, Tom is present, Meg is absent, Barb is here, Chuck is here, Kevin's here, Jim is here. Is there anything for public comment this evening?
We already did that.
Okay. Not too much to report at the moment. Gonna jump right into some draft materials. We have draft minutes. I am going to ask that we lay resolution, and Debbie, I want to make sure you have this.
26?
You have 26?
Yes, I do.
Resolution number 26, Town City MOA for the Empire State Trail Connection. Mr. Clerk, would you mind reading?
Whereas in January 2017, Governor Cuomo announced the Empire State Trail, a new initiative placing New York State at the forefront of national efforts to enhance outdoor recreation, community vitality, and tourism development. When completed by the end of 2020, the Empire State Trail will be a continuous 750-mile route spanning the state from New York City to Canada and Buffalo to Albany, creating the longest multi-use state trail in the nation. Approximately 400 miles of the trail already exists in discrete, disconnected segments, and whereas the Terry Gordon Recreation Path located in the city of Plattsburgh has been incorporated into the EST, Empire State Trail, and is scheduled for improvements in 2020, and whereas the town of Plattsburgh intends to begin construction of the Battlefield's Memorial Gateway waterfront development in 2020, which includes a multi-use recreation path intended to interconnect with the Terry Gordon Path, and whereas opportunity exists for the town and city of Plattsburgh to coordinate and collaborate for the mutually beneficial result of an interconnected trail system, which when completed may be incorporated as a further extension of the EST. Now therefore be it resolved. The town board of the town of Plattsburgh does hereby authorize the supervisor to sign a memorandum of agreement with the city of Plattsburgh to coordinate, collaborate, and encourage the interconnection of the Terry Gordon Path with the Battlefield's Memorial Gateway Trail, and further for it to be incorporated into the Empire State Trail system upon completion.
Is there a motion to that effect? Mr. Wood. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Ebert, any discussion? I just want to offer a couple of comments. First and foremost, a huge thank you to Trevor on this. It's been something that he has been working with Melena Tamer at the city to button up some of the details. This is one of those long-term goals for the Battlefield Memorial Gateway, is to make that connectivity to the Terry Gordon Path. The whole concept of this space is to activate opportunities for better understanding, exploration for a multi-generational space of our history, and being connected to that pathway will have a chance to connect over to the old base museum campus, which includes like the Clinton County Historical Association, the Battle of Plattsburgh Museum space, etc. So this is wonderful, and this is connected through the Empire State Trail. So this will put the project on the map, as they say, with some other details. So I just want to thank him publicly for his good work on that. So, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does Carrie. Thank you very much. In regards to other materials and draft, we have the independent contractor in the assessor's office. We have town committee appointments additions. And I would turn to both Tom and Barb. Would either one of you like to say anything about that particular resolution as it came from your recommendation?
I think we felt in terms of information sharing and communication that it would be a good opportunity to have the two separate committees. Obviously with the, the election, when we have our new town clerk, that there's more to be done. The mausoleum is going to be coming to our attention, so it was just, we were thinking that it would be an opportunity to...
What we looked at was that every other department, we have a committee that is a liaison to. There was no liaison for those two offices, and it doesn't matter whether they're appointed or elected, we've had a liaison to them. We thought it was important. And we both said we volunteered to be on it. However, it was pointed out to me that I'm always on the same committee with the same people, and that maybe somebody else would want to be on it, just in case they do, if, Meg or Chuck wanted to be on one of those committees.
I think it's because Barb has the highest tolerance rate.
I was gonna say, if you want to, if you want
Perhaps it's true.
No, I think,
However,
I think full disclosure, it could work both
however,
ways.
this would be a very minor area that they, we wouldn't be meeting that often, that, they might be able to work with me and not get too worked up as far as
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, just real quick, it's not to create committee for committee's sake. I think, and it's not that we want more to do, but we do think it's important to at least create those channels of communication.
And the reason I volunteered to be on those was because I was on less committees. Chuck volunteered to take so many committees that I thought, well, I should be on it. But Barb serves on a lot of committees, so if anybody else wants to,
Okay. Again, that will just be in addition to the slate of the committees that we already passed, so we'll put that forward. The next draft is the agreement with Eagles Nest Veterinary Services for dangerous dogs in the town of Plattsburgh. Just trying to stay ahead of that on this, and thankfully we received some information a little bit earlier, so just trying to, again, get it moving forward. Then you will have requests for purchase meters.
the meters are the same as we've been
Yes.
posting right along.
Yep.
And we're continuing our,
Yeah, the only one thing I was checking on that today, this is a single source one, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that has to be, they want to take a look and make sure it's still a single source. And because there's a criteria they have, and they just want to make sure that it's still a single source, they look at catalogs and so forth, and, that's still the
Okay.
case. Because sometimes, they'd say, well, we did it 5 years ago, and so it's still a single
And
source.
somebody else could get it to the marketplace.
Exactly.
Yep, okay.
it does say
Thank
that
you,
it's
Jim.
only certified distributor.
That may be the case, just document updated, say, as of this
So we
date,
need
it
to,
is.
we need to check that.
Yes, we do.
And do we know how far we are along that process in terms of putting these new meters in? Are we like a quarter of the way?
Kind of like a
Well,
circle. They get them in and then.
it rotates,
Yeah.
if I'm,
I know, Rob,
correct
did you
me.
get the notice on yours? Because I know they're in Katyville right now.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I gotta set an appointment up. so.
Tom, they replace and then it's
Yeah.
just like, it's a cycle, and
Yeah.
you're keeping up with that cycle.
Yeah, he's got a
When I
plan.
was on that committee a long time ago, and we started that,
Yeah,
we said we're gonna replace X number every year, and that we would finish in 4 or 5 years. And we would have new meters everywhere.
that has, again, colleagues can correct me, but that has happened, and I think it's just a matter of, they would have certain numbers, the volume, the established volume for that, and they would just go through that's my recollection, I think it's gone through the
Just wanna
cycle.
make sure things are getting done.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree,
yeah. No,
Are you asking to be on another committee?
yeah.
No.
you want to trade?
Trade committees, yeah.
Ooh, girls are feisty tonight.
I'm trying to keep my snark in check. So. We also have a draft for consideration to attend the annual Codes Enforcement Education Conference. This has become fairly standard over the last several years now as well. So, yeah, more to come on that, just keeping people up to date on those items. Are there any committee reports or updates for the good of the order?
Just, you know,
Just safety committee, we did meet the other day, kind of getting it back off the ground a little bit in the right direction. One of the things we are looking at is a safety day, kind of a shutdown type day where, we don't roll out any equipment other than essential. There's obviously some things that have to be done every day regardless. But more to bring everybody back in-house, have a series of events that the team members are going to be able to attend and focus the whole day on safety. So, in process with that, and Scott and Allison are kind of spearheading that side of it for us, so.
And I think it's intended at some point to take care of some of the requirements for the
Yep.
year that people have to keep up with, any any of those particular things, and
Some of the required training, we're gonna try to tie it in that day too. And instead of, traditionally what we've done is a couple of different times in the morning, or one time one morning and one time another morning. We'll try to set up like 3 sessions of that particular training, so
Do some
they can
rotation.
kind of shift around and rotate that day, and we don't have to chase people around.
so we have another meeting next month.
Yep.
To
And we should have most of it.
solidify
Yeah.
an agenda.
Okay. Anything else for the good of the order? All right, I have nothing. I know of no need to go into an executive session this evening, which means that we successfully have not had an executive session in the month of January, because we will not come next week.
Don't we have another meeting?
No.
Not this month.
Fifth-
Not this
fifth
month.
Thursday.
So,
Just call for executive.
don't do it. We will adjourn at 6:11 tonight.